I don't like being in front of cameras. I don't like public speaking.
When I joined the Army, at first I was worried about basic training. And while it was a huge milestone in my life, and was absolutely something to be proud of completing, there was so much more to the Army. With over 150 jobs available and assignments all across the globe, the greatest adventure of my Army story was waiting beyond basic training.
No one's going to hand it to you. You have to go out there and get it. There's so much the Army has to offer. I mean, why not? Name is Nick Mowry. MOS is 153 Mike, and I work with 2916 Aviation Battalion. I've been in the Army a little over almost 15 years. I joined the Army in 2004 August. I joined as 11X. Then the Army made me 11 Charlie, which is a mortarman, indirect fire support. Did that for almost 10 years. Did 3 deployments, 2 to Iraq, 1 to Afghanistan. Got my expert infantry badge, Pathfinder, Air Assault, Ranger School, Anti-Terrorism Level 5, and Sniper School. When we would hear the choppers coming out there in the sector, we knew we were going to be okay. I was just like, you know what, that's what I want to do, you know? And then come to find out, you can't do that. You know, you don't have to be a certain MOS in the Army. When I crossed over as E7, I kind of knew what to expect. It's almost like a reset button. I mean, it was a humbling experience. During flight school, that's all you're doing is you're hating life because you're studying constantly and then you're flying constantly. Well, one, you don't know how to fly. You're getting trained constantly. You're relearning everything, what being a warrant officer is all about, the silent professional. And we still have that inner E7 or inner E6. You still have that NCO about you, but then you're an officer. I'm still trying to get used to it, the Mr. Sir. When someone says sir, sometimes I don't look. I'm getting better with it now. The biggest transition for me was going from infantry to here, and infantry, discipline, dressed by rank, name, parade, rest. Aviation, I'm not saying it's lax or anything, but it's more close-knit. It's like a little family when we're on a crew. So when we're flying around, we do real-life hoist. You know, people are hurt or they're dying. And we're in the aircraft. It's not, hey, CW2 Mowry, or hey, sir. It's just quick to the point. Hey, we're drifting left, we're drifting right. And we have a Humvee under us. We have a hazard. We need to go around. Walks was fun. It's a fire hose of information. Felt like it was a condensed course. You got some IP that has 20, 30, 40 years of experience that could probably just fly looking at the controls. One thing they do best at flight school is they tell you how dangerous it is. We brief a helicopter incident, controlled flight into terrain, pilot error. Every day there's a safety brief. And you realize, yeah, this is pretty dangerous. How I correlate it, it's almost like kicking indoors when you're, deployed or, fighting the bad guys. The moment you leave the gate, you're just like, okay, it's real. We did all of our PCCs, PCIs, we did our checks, we got our mission. It's game time as soon as you leave the gate. It's game time as soon as you pick up the aircraft, every time. That's how risky it is. It's a stressful profession. It's constantly bettering yourself, especially if you're the pilot in command. You're overall responsible for all the lives on the aircraft. So flying here is not bad. You get a lot of time. So today, we assumed first up duties. I came in today, checked the schedule, checked weather, checked the logbooks of the aircraft, make sure we're not flying through any inspections, see how many hours we have till we hit an inspection. We do pre-flight on the aircraft, on our first up and our spare. Once that's done, we do a crew brief saying, hey, this is what we're doing duty. If this were to happen, well, this is plan A, we'll go here. If that doesn't happen, this is plan B. Once we knock all of our pre-flight and have everything done, we're ready to go, we'll assume the bell. So that means we take first up. But if we have a transfer to the Southern Basin or Vegas or Loma Linda, then second up comes in and they assume first up. The people that I want to see are the same people in flight school, the ones that literally want to beat everybody and be top of the class. I mean, there's only going to be one person top of the class, but that competition, like, hey, you know, I'm going to get you today on the hover, or I'm going to beat you on the auto rotations, like, that's good. Someone I don't want to see is someone that just wants to go and, I don't know, just for a paycheck, doesn't care. You have to care about your profession, what you do, because lives are at stake. I mean, especially being a warrant, you wear a lot of hats. Like currently, right now, I am Supply OIC, Arms Room OIC, ALSI, Aviation Life Support OIC, Physical Security Officer OIC. I mean, there's a lot. And at the end of the day, they're also, hey, you're an aviator too. You're overall responsible when you pick up that aircraft. You need to fly and be within standards. So time management, that's one of the biggest things, and getting that study time in. Don't take work home. Don't take home to work. And then make time for your family. Set time aside for the wife and kids, or husband and kids, and it goes a long way. There's a splash park here. You ever seen a splash park? We have one here. The little infrared IR sensors. And you just touch it, and the whole splash park goes crazy, like water shooting everywhere. It's great. Families go there, and it's right down the street. I mean, we don't have much here, but we have a splash park. So I enjoy it. So. I was trying to throw some recruiting in there for you guys. You like that?